From VOA Learning English, this is the Science Report. Humans need less sleep than other mammals, and that sleep has better results, according to a new study. Researchers at Duke University put together information on the sleep habits of hundreds of mammals, including 21 primate species. They found that humans need less sleep than chimps, macaques, and lemurs. Humans spend a greater part of sleep in deep stages that help the brain restore itself. The study also found that a human's sleep is higher quality. A deep stage of sleep called rapid eye movement, or REM, makes up 25% of a human's sleep. In primates like lemurs or monkeys, REM sleep is less than 5%. David Sampson, the study's co-author, said the shorter, higher quality sleep make humans special. Sampson's research team found that humans can do well with about 7 hours of sleep a day. Other primates need as many as 14 to 17 hours of sleep. Sampson said human sleep habits started changing during prehistoric times. Human ancestors moved from sleeping in trees to sleeping on the ground. Better sleeping habits meant better sleep in a shorter amount of time. Our ancestors slept near fire and in large groups for warmth and safety. This could have allowed them to get the most of their sleep in the shortest amount of time. That left more time for other activities, like learning new skills. The study also notes that humans spend about 1/3 of their lifespan sleeping. For VOA Learning English, I'm Ann Ball. From VOA Learning English, this is the Economics Report. Social entrepreneurs are people who create startup companies that would help fields such as the environment, healthcare, or agriculture. These entrepreneurs use new ways of doing things to try to solve important economic and social problems. Their companies can be for-profit or nonprofit organizations. Funding for social entrepreneurs is increasing. Money is coming from foundations, institutional investors, and individuals. Kiplinger is a personal finance publication in Washington, D.C. It reported that the amount of money going into socially responsible investing almost doubled from 2012 to 2014 to more than $6 trillion. The Schwab Foundation for Social Entrepreneurship in Geneva, Switzerland, is a foundation that helps social entrepreneurs around the world. Each year, the foundation works with the World Economic Forum to search for outstanding social innovators with business models that are proven to drive social and environmental change. Like all entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs reinvest their profits in the enterprise to expand it. Kristen Gruss Richmond is the co-founder of Revolution Foods. Her company in Oakland, California, provides fresh food for families and schools. It is active in 11 states and Washington, D.C. Richmond said social entrepreneurs are driven by their values, and she gives this advice: align yourself with a team, a board, and investors who believe in your mission. For VOA Learning English, I'm Ann Ball. From VOA Learning English, this is the Technology Report. A new phone app senses vibrations and alerts people to earthquakes. The phone app recognizes sudden shaking of the Earth's surface through sensors in smartphones. The new app is called My Shake. It is the work of 4 researchers at the University of California, Berkeley. They said they created a worldwide warning system that would inform people and give them time to prepare for earthquakes. Other earthquake apps include QuakeFeed, Quakes, and Earthquake. They show where earthquakes have happened, their strength, and any aftershocks. The apps use information from the U.S. Geological Survey. The My Shake app is available only for Android phones. Smartphones are equipped with accelerometers. These instruments measure movement. They also can measure the shaking of a machine, building, or other structure. Activity trackers and apps that count steps or exercise activities use accelerometers. Global Positioning System, also called GPS, apps also use them. MyShake uses phone accelerometers to measure seismic activity. It has been programmed to know the difference between normal activity and earthquake movements. The smartphone then sends seismic information to the app developers. The software developers say their app is correct 93% of the time. Several notifications from one area could mean that an earthquake may be taking place or will take place soon. The app also shows ways to stay safer during an earthquake. The developers say the app will improve as more people use it. For VOA Learning English, I'm Ann Ball.
For VOA Learning English, this is the Health Report. When you are sick with a cold or the flu, you may have a runny nose. Why is it called a runny nose? It is because a substance called mucus flows and drips from it. Just hearing the word is enough to make some people uneasy. But science tells us mucus is our friend. New research finds There are health benefits from mucus and viruses. Our bodies can produce more than a liter of mucus every day. Jeremy Barr is a professor at San Diego State University. He says that mucus is where all of your good bacteria lives and grows. When you have a virus, it can cause many illnesses. Barr and his fellow researchers studied a virus called phage. He says this virus, when mixed with mucus cells in the body, can help protect against bacteria. He also says that phages are a special kind of virus. They only infect and kill bacteria. They do not infect humans or animals. His research shows that the phages stick to mucus layers all throughout your body. By staying there, they work to protect and control the bacteria that can live in your mucus layers. Mucus also helps protect your lungs from dust, bacteria, cigarette smoke, exhaust fumes, and other forms of pollution. Jeremy Barr says he hopes the research will help start new fields of phage research. They might even prevent food-related bacteria outbreaks like E. coli. So the next time you have a cold, remember your mucus, along with the phage virus, is hard at work. Together, they can block harmful bacteria and keep you healthy. For VOA Learning English, I'm Anna Mateo.
From VOA Learning English, this is the Technology Report. Netflix is a popular video streaming service. It is based in the United States. It streams or plays movies and television shows over the internet for a monthly cost. The service had been offered in 60 countries, including the United States. It recently began offering its service in 130 more countries around the world. The company says its goal is to be in 200 countries by the end of the year. Reed Hastings is the Chief Executive Officer of Netflix. He says Netflix is in nearly every country in the world. He believes that this is the birth of a worldwide television network. India, Nigeria, Russia, and Saudi Arabia are among the new countries added recently. In July, the company said it would also target China. But now it says that plans to expand there later this year have been delayed. Netflix started in 1997 as a movie rental service. Movies were sent to customers through the mail. The movies and television shows were on video discs or DVDs. In recent years, Netflix has become even more popular as a result of its internet streaming service. Netflix is now also a creator of shows for streaming. Brian Blau is with the information technology research and advisory company Gartner. He told the Reuters news agency that there is a demand for Netflix outside its usual market. Netflix does not offer its service in China, but it has added simplified and traditional Chinese to the 17 languages it currently supports. Not all shows are available in all languages. For now, some are available only in English. For VOA Learning English, I'm Ann Ball. From VOA Learning English, this is the Education Report. U.S. President Barack Obama signed education reforms into law recently. This gives states and local communities more control over education standards and testing. Barack Obama says this law focuses on a national goal of ensuring that all students graduate prepared for college and future careers. The new education law urges the 50 state governments to limit how often and how many students take tests. The federal government will not be able to tell states how to measure the performance of their schools and teachers. Now, the states will have more authority in setting standards for the tests. The new law replaces the No Child Left Behind measure. It was approved in 2002. It called for many tests and standards set by the federal government. Parents, teachers, and lawmakers found that policy did not work. They said it gave policymakers in Washington too much control over the country's 100,000 public schools. Republican Senator Lamar Alexander is one of the new law's chief authors. He says this new law will result in fewer and better tests because states and classroom teachers will decide what to do about the results of the tests. The law's other author is Democratic Senator Patty Murray. She says the new focus will be on early childhood education. She adds that minority and poor children will benefit from the new law. She says it will give them a better start in their earliest years of school. For VOA Learning English, I'm Ann Ball. From VOA Learning English, this is the Health Report. Americans can eat an egg a day without feeling guilty. The U.S. Department of Agriculture and the Department of Health and Human Services recently released new dietary guidelines. They are updated every 5 years. The guidelines are designed to help set nutritional standards for school lunch programs and federal food aid. The new guidelines say a healthy person can eat up to 7 eggs a week. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says 1 large chicken egg has about 186 milligrams of cholesterol. Most of that is in the yolk, the yellow center of the egg. The report says the human body makes cholesterol on its own, so People do not need to eat eggs or other food to get cholesterol. The report provides other advice about staying healthy through diet. It calls for limiting added sugars to just 10% of calories per day. Natural sugars, such as those in fruit or milk, are not considered added sugars. The report also talks about saturated fat calories. These can be found in red meat, butter, cheese, whole milk, and ice cream. Calories from saturated fats should also be limited to less than 10% of total calories each day. The guidelines also suggest Americans move away from a diet full of animal protein and sodium or salt. The guidelines suggest a diet containing more fruits, vegetables, and nuts. The report also mentions the importance of physical activity in improving health. It says that physical activity can reduce your risk of disease. For VOA Learning English, I'm Ann Ball.